Hello, I'm Mr. Gold and welcome to Foxfield News, the show that celebrates the fantastic achievements from the children at Foxfield Primary. Please show your support by giving this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell icon so you are notified straight away when a new video is uploaded. At Foxfield, our children are actively encouraged to display the 5 important skills across all aspects of their school life, including learning, playtime and well-being. These are known as character skills. And here is Avraj, our Year 6 correspondent, to tell us more about those character skills.
Thank you, Mr. Gold. Our character skills at Foxfield are leadership, relationships, integrity, wonder and mindset. Leadership is where we are able to coach and support our peers with their work or able to make choices and explain why. Relationships is being able to work effectively in a group. Integrity is having the ability to learn from our mistakes. Wonder is asking questions to further enhance our learning and being able to follow up those questions. Mindset is having the positive attitude to tackle different situations. Here are some of the children giving examples of when they have used these character skills.
I used the character skill of leadership in our drama activity when helping my partner how they could use the facial expressions more effectively.
I used the character skill of wonder at the start of our English learning journey when we were creating questions. I would like to find out about the cortex.
I constantly used the character skill of integrity when honestly marking my work in maths by spotting the error I made and finding the correct answer.
I use the character skill of mindset when I find a piece of work difficult, like chunking division, and using my past learning to help me with the steps.
I always use the character skill of relationships when working in group activities to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to be involved.
To celebrate these skills taking place, we now receive a special certificate whenever we have shown to use a character skill effectively.
We'd love to find out about how you showed the character skills, so please share your ideas in the comment section below. To continue with our blog updates, this episode we are focusing on years 5 and 6. Here are some of our teachers explaining the children's learning journeys for this half term.
Throughout this half term, Year 5 have been following a recovery curriculum whereby we have been re-establishing routines, expectations and the core values at Foxfield. In maths, Year 5 have been learning about place value, decimals and fractions. The children have also had the opportunity to apply this knowledge to solve problems in a real-life context and reasoning from known facts. We have also continued to practice our arithmetic skills, and the children have also been taking part in timetable rockstar battles throughout the year group. In science, the children have been learning about different forces and how these forces are part of everyday life. They were able to research about Sir Isaac Newton. They looked into forces such as gravitational force, water resistance and air resistance. From this learning, they were able to create their own water system carrier by applying the knowledge that they learned through the lesson. In art, Year 5 have been exploring the impact of colour and creating their own painting to evoke the juxtaposing themes of hope and despair. Year 5 have been analysing the work of Claude Monet and comparing his style to Charlie Maxey. They've been creating paintings to use both techniques that will be showcased in the Museum of Hope. For PE, the children have been collaborating with each other to create a new dance routine to the song Rather Be by Jess Glynn. The movements included in the routine portray the feelings of hope, love, friendship and kindness. The children are really excited to showcase their routine to the rest of the school later this week.
In English, our text is The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Maxey. We have been learning how the different proverbs included in this text are perceived and how we can relate these proverbs and quotes to support and help our emotional and mental well-being. We have used this core text as inspiration to writing our letter of advice as Charlie Maxey to a child who has been struggling during the lockdown period. We were able to successfully include the features from our writer's toolkit that we have developed throughout the term. Our writer's toolkit includes varied sentence openers, a formal tone, modal verbs, and subjunctive form. So our letters of advice do not seem too intrusive, or our advice does not seem like a command to our reader. After our letter, we use the reasoning prompts to explain in detail our language choices and particular vocabulary. In maths this half term, our focus has been on securing place value, decimals, and the 4 operations. The children have been practicing the written method of long multiplication and chunking division of decimal numbers using multi-digit numbers. They have also used and applied the knowledge taught to solve problems in a real-life context, such as spotting an error from a restaurant bill. Each week, the children have been testing their times tables knowledge by battling each other in weekly tournaments on times table rockstars. We explored the impact of colour by creating split art outcomes which juxtaposed despair and hope, using the style of the author Charlie Maxey of our core text. At first, we created mood boards to highlight colours that we felt related to particular emotions. The children incorporated a variety of mediums, materials and tools to create a series of landscapes which will be showcased during our final exhibition. As part of our science learning journey, we have been learning about living things and their habitats. In order to successfully classify animals, we researched Carl Linnaeus and how he had such an effect on taxonomy. Using the Linnaeus system of classification, we created our own animals, which we then described and classified according to their observable characteristics and ecosystems. Lastly, we focused on microorganisms, in which we carried out an experiment observing the amount of mold growth on slices of bread based on different variables of our choice, such as location, humidity, and temperature. In curriculum, we have been working together to create a performing arts dance piece which reflects on the transition of despair to hope. We also discussed and acted out scenarios where certain emotions may develop and found ways to ensure that we can acknowledge and work on the negative emotions in order to achieve the positive ones. These included sessions on feelings, relationships, mindfulness, and bereavement.
Now, over this half term, all of the children have been completing their learning journeys of our recovery curriculums along with the core text, the boy, the mole, the fox and the horse. This Wednesday, we will be celebrating their learning through our Museum of Hope exhibition, which will include a fantastic variety of writing outcomes, different art techniques, along with some imaginative examples of performing arts. All of these outcomes are linked to the progression of despair to hope. To find out what each year group has achieved, please make sure to follow your child's class Twitter account or our school Twitter account. It's that time again. Let's reflect and see all of your fantastic achievements over the last 2 weeks. So let's take a look.
Roll montage!
Well, that's all we've got time for this week. Don't forget, give this video a like, and if you'd like to see more of Foxfield videos when they're uploaded, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. And I'll see you soon.